All right, for my cool kids out there, I have made another version of this and I wanted to show you how you could do it. So instead of putting it all in one text box, and honestly, you could take that text box, that I have here in the first time, and you could make it aligned to the right hand side and then move it, and it might look a little cooler that way, because you can make it kind of cover that part of your head. See that? Like so that it's kind of, I don't know, it kind of follows the line of where your head would be. But what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to turn that one off and I'm going to make a copy of my layer of me. So I'm going to make a copy. I'm going to drag it down to the little piece of paper button. You can't see it down there. And then I'm going to use this one. So I'm going to put it up here, turn these off for a minute. I'm going to clip this into these words. Okay. And let me turn off this too. Okay. So I have these words here. Just love you, period. And you can make them separate text boxes, which is going to take a little more time. But if you do that, you can do cool stuff like, warp some of the words or something. Um, so I could do something kind of cool like that. Just love, let's see, oops, grab my move tool instead of my type tool, and you can rotate these things a little bit, stretch them out if you want, like that. And then let's say period. I'll put the period one on there. Maybe this one will do the flag where it's that one side is bigger on this side. So text warp. And I want to make it bigger on one side. So we'll rise, I guess. We'll rise the other way. And actually, maybe I don't want to rise. Maybe I just want to do where the whole thing goes. We can maybe do it. Well, there's all kinds of different ones, but you can play with it. So anyway, I'll do this one. This isn't really what I'm looking for, but anyway. Okay, so something like that, let's say. All right. Anyway, once you get it all on there, I just have to rotate it one more time. There we go. Okay. Now, once you get it all on there, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to turn all these into one because we need to clipping mask that top layer to the combination of all these layers. Now, make sure you get all the text on there first. Everything's spelled right. It's in the font you want, and you already got it warped and placed because you can't move it around. It's going to glue all these together. I'm going to click the top one, hold Shift, click the bottom one. That selects all 4 of my text layers. You can have as many layers as you want. You can rotate text all kinds of directions. Then you're going to right click it, and at this point, you're going to want to merge these layers. I don't know if you could make it a smart object. Let's see. Oh, maybe we can just make it a smart object. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that works. Okay, so you could either merge the layers or you can make it a smart object, either way. And then at this point, that'll put them all together. And there we go. And then you would just go through and add your layer styles, your bevel, and whatever else you wanted to put on there as well. Just remember now, this is not editable text, right? It's going to be, well, it's not rasterized because I actually made it a smart layer. So technically, you can double click this. Let me just blow your mind for a minute. And these are actually still editable in a separate little window. So in this separate window, I can still go in here and mess with these things. So, if I wanted to, I'll put my transform controls and just do basic transforms here. See if I can grab a hold of it. There we go. So if I wanted to maybe do that and then, maybe make this one, I don't know, something like that, or whatever. But however you wanted to do it, you can make those changes. And then here's all you got to do. You just go to File, Save Smart Object, and then you close the Smart Object. Now don't close your project. And then look, it updates it. So now it's all updated. And I didn't actually change anything like that hurt anything. And you could still go into that smart object and even like I could change this warp. If now I'm kind of like, I'm not really digging the way that warp looks, then I can come back in here and I can choose a different one, and do whatever I want to do to that. So say I want to shell the lower part like that. I'm gonna pick this up. Now it's kind of cutting off, so I'm going to have to pull it in. If you click on those corners, oh, look, that actually works without having to press Control T. So, wow, if you're one of the people who actually watched this video, How about that? All right. So yeah, if you have your transform controls pulled up and you just click on the corner, then it control T's for you and you can right click. How about that? Fancy. Okay, anyway, as I said, save the smart object and then just go back in. And then you can do that. And now that I've got it in here, I can resize the whole thing. So if I did decide I wanted to make um, this period part bigger, then I can grab a hold of it and, make it bigger or do whatever I want to with it. And it's all one object. So yeah, fun, right? There you go. So that's just an extra little something you can do if you want to make yours kind of cool. Um, so anyway, I look forward to seeing what you come up with.